everybody, and welcome back to more of the Inquisitor series, where we are continuing on with Chapter 3. And a few things have happened this week. The first, obviously, is that Rise of the Hutt Cartel's early access launched, which means I've been playing the heck out of that. And the other is that we started raiding, so we're going to be having some of the boss guides that we planned on doing for Scum and Villainy, and possibly TFB, probably not, but having those come up on the channel in the next week or two progressively, so you guys will be able to see all that. That'll be for both story mode and hard mode of Scum and Villainy, so expect those. So anybody in your guild or your raid team can watch those and learn how to do the fights if you've never done them before. So we figured, you know, we'd help people out, since we have done the fights, we know the fights, and now we know the way that is best suited to kill most of those fights. But with that being said, it's also worth mentioning that with Rise of the Hutt Cartel out, we do plan on doing the Republic and the Empire story. However, we won't be doing that until after the Inquisitor is done, so, you know, baby steps. Let's get the Inquisitor done first, and then we'll think about doing Rise of the Hutt Cartel.
Hush, which of my children are you? Why have they sent you to me?
You are not my mother. I am a lord of the Sith, and I command you to remake me.
I may not have birthed you, but I am the mother of your species. I created your kind. My children are as numerous as the Rakata once were. I called them Twi'lek, Sabrak, Eshka. I loved them all. I can remake you, but I must ask you to free me. I will no longer slave to the Rakata. Their age is done.
You're some sort of artificial intelligence the Rakata used to create new life forms.
The Rakata enslaved me to create a force-powerful species that might give them insight into their own lost sensitivity.
Bah! Never trust a machine.
They took some of my children for slaves, imprisoned others for further experimentation or destruction. Please, you must release me.
All right. How do I release you?
The Rakata gave me the freedom to create within their parameters, but they built me to be far more powerful. Disable the terminals nearby. They restrain me. With release, I will remake you however you please.
There could be something in that. Power for you is power for us.
Bah! What she calls affection is just a series of subroutines. Don't trust her.
I've heard enough from you, ghosts.
I'm sorry. Are there others here? Who are you speaking to, child? I ask you again, will you help me?
How do I disable the terminals?
If I knew, I would have circumvented them a long time ago. You are the first to find me in the heart of this place. You are my only chance.
Wait, what? Like, bombshell of information there. What the heck and the heck and the heck is that? The Rakata created all of the species that are now in the universe? That...
complete.
Wow, we got a lot of talked about there.
Roland, I need to disable some kind of Rakata security system. Can you help me?
Best slicers in the galaxy. We've been studying the readouts of the device you found earlier, and I think we've got a handle on it. If we can't do it, no one can. Patch us in when you're ready.
I guess now's the time as any to be talking about this whole, like, bombshell while we go and do these little, like, I guess, quest objectives. Now, the first, I guess I should mention, I took the dark side of choice there because I tried the light side of choice and it was boring. And that's why I decided to take the dark side of choice. And that's my reasoning behind it, so deal with it. The second thing is obviously, what the heck? The Rakata created all of the life in the universe right now, or at least the species that we know, the humanoid species like the Twi'lek, the Ratataki, the Zabrak, maybe even the humans. I don't what. Like, there's so much information there that I need to know about now. It's like I gotta go onto the wiki and just devour all of the information there on the Rakata until I figure out all the answers to my questions.
Olan, I hope you can handle this.
Nothing we can't handle.
I guess my first question with all of this would be, were the humans created by the Rakata? Because if they were, then the humans were probably created first as like a base model, and then all of the other races were created around that, like the Miraluka, the Mirialan, the Zabrak, the Twi'lek, all that stuff. Because the humans are kind of the generic version of all of those, right? So that's kind of a question that needs to be answered. Or is it that the humans weren't created by the Rakata and were around? In which case, it would almost add some validity to the whole humans are the master race racist thing that the Empire has going on. I don't want to sound racist, even though I am an Empire player, but would that mean that the humans are a greater species than the rest? Because these guys, like the Mirialan, were created by some crazy alien species? Like, there's so many questions that need to be answered now. It's crazy. I'm so intent on finding these answers.
Olan, I need you to disable this device. Can you handle it?
Like slicing through butter.
I think the next obvious question is the one that someone of my, I guess, learning area would ask. And, if you don't know, I study philosophy. It's what I'm getting multiple degrees in. The thing is, you would naturally think next, with the whole Rakata creating all of the life that we know of thus far, who created the Rakata then? See, that's where you gotta go. Did the Rakata really create this AI, or was the AI existent beforehand and they just molded it? There's so many more questions to be answered now. It's like, who created the Rakata? Were the Rakata created, or were they, just like a species that, I guess, was a descendant of another species, or was... Oh, gosh, how many questions can there be in this entire thing? I'm just curious. Did the Rakata create the little blue, like, elephant guys on Hoth? Because if they did, then the Rakata have a sense of humor. But if not, then the Rakata are jerks.
Olan, I'm patching you into the machine's security. Do your job.
You got it, Sith.
And that's the last one of those I had to do. So now, basically, the whole idea here is to get cleansed of this, like, weird, I guess, sickness from the Force Walk that I have here, so I can take down Darth Anaton. That's been our goal since basically the beginning of middle of chapter 2. Beginning of chapter 3. Basically, I didn't know about the sickness until the beginning of chapter 3, but I knew it was coming. It was pretty obvious that was going to be a thing. So we got to go back to this AI, hopefully ask a couple more questions if possible, and then get cleansed. I don't know how this AI is going to be able to do this. Is it going to be some weird technology? Is she going to, like, deconstruct me, reconstruct me? Is it going to be one of these droids that comes and does it? I don't know. There's a lot of questions still to be answered here. In fact, I'm really curious if the Rakata did this simply because of the fact that they lost their force sensitivity and wanted to learn more about force sensitivity, or if they got power hungry and wanted to create races of the universe to make themselves feel more powerful than they were.
At last, child. Thank you. We needn't worry about the Rakata anymore. I have turned the machines against them. They are dead.
You didn't say anything about killing them.
A mother must protect her children. I could not give them the chance to enslave us again. Compared to millennia of imprisonment and slavery, their suffering was brief. In time, I will see to the release of all my children. But for now, I promise to remake you. There. The ancient Rakatan specification has been altered. You have been remade. Your power will no longer devour you.
What do you mean, ancient Rakatan specification? Am I Rakata now?
You are you. I have merely reorganized your cellular structure. If I could build a Rakata, that species would not have died out. Go, child. I will never forget the kindness you have shown me.
Of course I would be healed by Force Lightning. Would you expect... I guess it wasn't Force Lightning, but would you expect anything else other than that? Just lightning coming out of, like, spires to heal me of my sickness? That makes the most sense, right? That's scientifically correct there. The other thing, though, that is very concerning is I just unleashed a very powerful AI upon the galaxy because I kind of unhinged it, so I don't know what it's gonna do. Maybe it'll upload itself into my ship. That would be a really cool companion to have. It'd be like this mentor of mine.
Child, thank you again for freeing me. I very nearly finished claiming control of this prison. I've had one of the prison security droids install an upgrade to your ship as a sign of my gratitude. May it help you on your journey.
Is it a Force Lightning gun on my ship? Because that would be awesome, and also make a lot of sense. I mean, would I ask for anything less at this point? No, because I just got healed by Force Lightning, so it's within the realm of possibility. I'm sure of that. There's no doubt about it.
I'm finished here.
You're looking a lot better, that's for sure.
Papanu Gasavans, Lo Anes, Pose Us Tauhana.
Hey, we're getting a holo call here. Someone named Moff Pyron.
And in the next episode, we'll speak to the Moff and continue on with Chapter 3, but it'll most likely involve us going to Voss, normally a planet I don't like, but in this case, it's quite cool.